The Clown of God, an old story told and illustrated by Tomie dePaola. Many, many years ago in Toronto, there lived a small boy named Giovanni who had no mother and no father. He dressed in rags and begged his bread and slept in doorways. He was happy and he could do something wonderful. He could juggle. Every day he would go to Senor Baptista's fruit and vegetable stall and juggle. One day, a troupe of traveling players came to town, and Giovanni watched as Arcacino and Colombina, in their beautiful clothes, danced and sang. "Oh, Giovanni," he said to himself, "that is the life for me." So when the play was over, Giovanni went and spoke with Maestro. "No, no," said Maestro, "I have no need for a ragamuffin. Go beg your bread someplace else." "But I could be very helpful," pleaded Giovanni. "I could help unpack and pack up. I could take care of the donkey. And Maestro, I can juggle." Not bad," said the Maestro, watching. "With a bit more training and practice. All right, but no money. A place to sleep, the companionship of the finest players in Italy, and a bowl of noodles. That's all." "Grazie, signor," said Giovanni. "Go get your things. We leave in an hour," said the Maestro. And so Giovanni said goodbye to Signor and Signora Baptista and became a traveling player. Not long after, the maestro gave him a costume, and Giovanni juggled for the crowds. He would put on a clown's face and step up from the curtain before the play began. He would bow, open up a colorful bag, roll out a carpet, and begin. He would juggle sticks and plates, and then he would balance the plates on the sticks and twirl them. He would juggle clubs, rings, and burning torches. Finally, he would toss a red ball and an orange ball, then a yellow ball, then a green ball, a blue ball, and a violet ball, until it looked like he was juggling a rainbow. "And now," he would say, "for the sun in the heaven." Still juggling, he would pick up a shiny golden ball and toss it higher and higher, faster and faster. And how the crowds would cheer. Giovanni became very famous, and it wasn't long before he said goodbye to the traveling troupe and set off on his own. Up and down Italy he traveled, and although his costume became more beautiful, he always kept the face of the clown. Once he juggled for a duke, once for a prince, and it was always the same. First the sticks, then the plates, then the clubs, the rings, and the burning torches. Finally, the rainbow of colored balls. "And now for the sun in the heavens," he would shout. And the golden ball would fly higher and higher, and the crowd would laugh and clap and cheer. Years passed. Giovanni grew old and times became hard. The people no longer stopped to watch. "Oh, it's only the old clown who juggles things. We've seen him before," they would say. Giovanni was sad, but still he juggled until one day he dropped the sun in the heavens. And the rainbow of balls came crashing down, and the crowd stood around him and laughed, but not from joy. Then they did a terrible thing. They threw vegetables and stones at Giovanni so that he had to run for his life. Beside a stream, Giovanni took off his clown face. He put away his sticks and his plate, his clubs and his rings and the colored balls. He put away his costume, and he gave up juggling forever. What little money he had soon was gone, and his clothes became rags, and he baked his bread and slept in doorways as he had done as a child. "It's time to go home," the old man said wearily, and so he headed back to Sorrento. It was a cold winter night when he finally arrived. The wind blew hard, and the icy rain was falling. Up ahead loomed the monastery church of the Little Brothers. The windows were in darkness. Wet and cold, old Giovanni crept inside and fell asleep on a heap in a corner. Soon he was asleep. It was the music that woke him. The church was blazing with candlelight and filled with people singing Gloria, Gloria. Giovanni could scarcely believe his eyes. So much beauty. A long procession of brothers, priests, sisters, and townspeople, all carrying beautiful gifts and winding its way through the church. They placed their gifts in front of the statue of a lady and her child. "What is all this?" asked old Giovanni of someone standing near. "Why, old man, it's the birthday of the Holy Child," the woman said. "It's the procession of gifts." Giovanni watched in amazement until the singing was over. Then the church emptied of all the people and was darkened, except for the bright candles surrounding the lady and the child. Giovanni moved closer. The child in the lady's arm seemed so serious, so stern. "Oh, lady," said Giovanni, "I wish I had something I could offer too. Your child seems so sad, even with all these beautiful gifts. But wait, I used to make people smile." Giovanni opened his bag and shook out his old costume. Then he put on his clown face. He bowed, rolled out the little rug, and began to juggle. First the sticks, then the plates. Next he twirled the plates on the sticks, and then the clubs and the rings. The brother sexton, who was coming in to lock the doors, saw Giovanni juggling. He was horrified. "Father, master," he cried, running off to get a priest. "A sacrilege! Come quickly!" But Giovanni didn't hear or notice him. "And now," said Giovanni, smiling at the face of the child, "first the red ball, then the orange, next the yellow, and the green, blue, and violet." Around and up they went until they looked like a rainbow. "And finally," cried Giovanni, "the sun in the heavens." The gold ball flew up and around, higher and higher. Giovanni never juggled so well in his whole life. Higher and higher, faster and faster. A blaze of color filled the air. It was magnificent. Giovanni's heart was pounding. "For you, sweet child, for you," he cried. Then suddenly his old heart stopped, and Giovanni fell dead on the floor. The priest and Brother Saxton came rushing in. Stooping over old Giovanni, the priest said, "Why, the poor clown is dead. May his soul rest in peace." But the Brother Saxton backed away, and with his mouth open wide, he stared at the statue of the lady and her holy child. "Oh, Father," he said, pointing. "Oh, Father, look." The child was smiling, and in his hand he held the golden ball. The clown of God